It's the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away. Getting the nod on the mound, Garrett Crochet. What do you have on him, Siggy?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Paul Goldschmidt leading things off and takes a strike.
7 o'clock.
In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That one's in there, 0-1. Bellinger batting second in today's lineup. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Bellinger's a brilliant defender, whether in the outfield where he won a Gold Glove in right, center field, or at first base. The footwork he attributes to playing soccer as a kid. And Bellinger is a huge Premier League soccer fan. And that one is lifted in the air. Rafaela under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Aaron Judge. Big time power. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And that is out of play.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
2 down, nobody on. Up and in. Going to count 1 and 2. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. So the Yanks go in order. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Boston, and today's starter, Max Fried. What do we have on him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
We go to the bottom of the first, and stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Singing, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That's outside, and that is ball 1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately, you either have it or you don't.
And there's a strike.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a 3rd baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Missed with a changeup. 2-2. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's Alex Bregman. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. On the ground, out to short. Over to Goldie. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting third.
Check out the Red Sox lineup.
Devers.
Two outs, base is empty. And here is Devers. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. And first offering is fouled off. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. Scoreless after 1. Back now at Fenway. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Crochet back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Takes it in for the out. Now here's Trent Grisham. Grisham, first-round pick of the Brewers in 2015. And that's in there for strike 1. Crochet, he isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable, he just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. That's in there. That's strike 2.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Next offering upstairs.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
Austin Wells will hit next.
Austin Wells.
That's in for a strike. And what about analytics? Because one of the ways it seems like they've contributed to the trend is it's not just about are you capable of getting deep, that now focusing on the numbers, maybe the matchup is better with a different guy as the game goes on. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in, and that is that. So they make short work of him there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Back here in Boston, bottom half of inning number 2. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. Max Fried will go to work. Just missed. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one ripped right center field. That's back. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. He'll circle the bases, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Trevor Story. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Fried, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up. Sometimes they need a little pick-me-up. He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. Ripped to first, caught, dives for the bag, got him. Double play.
Batting 7, the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. And that's off the outside edge. Ball 1.
Ball, that's just out.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Now one missed. 2 out, space is empty. And that is cut on and missed. 3-2 now.
Count is 3-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Solo shot opens the scoring for Boston. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. Strike 1.
0-1.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Brings it in. 1 up, 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Jason Dominguez, the next to hit, takes ball 1. right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
On the ground, Bregman handles. Oh, the throw is over his head, and it's going to wind up out of play.
No problem fielding that one, and the transfer looked good, but man, he sailed it across the diamond and out of play. It looked like he just tried to put too much behind it, cost him an extra base too.
One out, runner at second. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. In the air out to center. It's going to fall for a hit. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Back to the top of the lineup, and up next for New York, Paul Goldschmidt. Struck out swinging his first time. Gets under it and pops it up. Bregman has a beat on it. Drops into the glove. Out number 2.
The batter, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And here comes Bellinger. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. And the sweeper misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Misses inside. Yeah, that's ball 2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And there's a ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Dominguez, the runner at third. Cabrera at first. 2 out of the inning. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Whips it to Casas. Out number 3. Yanks strand a pair. They still trail 1-0. Back here at Fenway, bottom of the inning. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. Hit on the ground to short. Volpe slings to first, and a quick out number 1.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Cedar Rafaela.
So digging in, Cedar Rafaela. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more. His timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Duran stands in now and watches strike one. Can't glove it cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. And we're back here at Fenway Park, and now the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Got him swinging.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's 0 for 1. Splits the plate, and that's strike one. Chisholm, a former All-Star, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And he takes a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting, designated.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
That one misses. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down for him there. And midway in the 4th, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back inside Fenway Park, John Giambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Alex Bregman. That misses. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And 1-2.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
And he gets Bregman. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Finished him off by blowing by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Devers now. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
And that's a strike.
One thing I found that was very cool, was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
The pitch. Swings and misses. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so in an 0-2 count. You feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Casas in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Line drive, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going. Here's Trevor Story now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Late on that fastball. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Ball one there.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
2 outs. That's a little bit low.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Stays alive. And it remains 2-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Out there to center. Bellinger pulls that one down, and that's the 3rd out. And the Red Sox leave 1. They lead it 1-0. Back here at Fenway Park, we go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Crochet back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swinging a ground ball. Whips it to Casas. 1 away here in the 5th.
He's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 1 so far.
And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Casas makes the play, and that quickly 2 away.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in Boston, here's the second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
The second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
That one fouled off. The 0-1. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Judge makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Ball, that's low.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, base is empty. Yeah, that's fouled off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Maximus notches the K.
Now batting, catcher.
2 down, base is empty. And stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they're on top 1-0. Back here at Fenway. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now at the plate, Oswaldo Cabrera. First offering, and it just misses. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And the next pitch is way outside. Hard hit, right side. Whips it to Casas. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 0 for 2 in this one. Inside corner, that's a strike. 0-1. The Yankees down by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. So Goldie strikes out here.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right
The
now.
center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Two down, nobody on. Base hit, left center field.
The right fielder, number 99.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
2 outs. Swings through that one for strike 2.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back in Boston, we go bottom 6, and stepping in is the speedy Cedar Rafaela. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's a strike. Right down the chute, and it's 1-2.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it, as you can see. The hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else, and you can't pull the trigger.
Duran in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. And he lays down a bunt, and that's just foul.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
That one outside, and the count's even at 2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's 2 down.
Third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Alex Bregman. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. Offense held in check there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. we go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Grisham swings through it for strike 1.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Step off, throw to first, and he dives back in safely.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one not close. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Garrett Crochet done for the night, and he was excellent. Really controlled this game on the mound, and we'll have a new arm for you in a minute.
Now pitching.
So they bring on the veteran, Aroldis Chapman.
Number 44.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Austin Wells now at the plate.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
A little bit low, and that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Outside low, and the count is 2-0.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
This one in the air. Story settles underneath it, makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
And here is Anthony Volpe. Chapman, 37 years young. He joined the team as a free agent.
Counts 1-0.
Squirts away a little bit. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Liam Hendricks getting ready to go. Slayton also getting ready. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Rudder takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
So the tying run at second. That just misses. And now 3-0. Chapman, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big time benefit. And there's the automatic.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
There's the strike. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for
Bottom of
the
the
Red
seventh.
Sox,
And now
the designated
Rafael
hitter,
Devers.
Rafael.
You know, this is kind of a
Devers.
tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's in the
One
dirt.
ball, 2 strikes.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. And down on strikes he goes. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11.
Third time he struck
Now
out
batting,
in this
the
one, and
first baseman,
definitely an individual
Christian.
performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Now batting Tristan Casas. He launched this solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
That misses the zone.
Outside.
Ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Next offering is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Fernando Cruz getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Weaver also throwing. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Hit hard on the ground is short. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Trevor Story.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Story now. 1 for 2. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
The shortstop takes the ball.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
A changeup missing, and it's 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Now it doesn't strikeouts for him in this one. Nothing doing for Boston, but they hold a 1-0 lead. The Yankees going with a pinch hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Chapman back to work. Swings and misses. Strike 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Swinging a foul out of play. Chapman now, one-run game. Trying to hold a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, he just went right after him there. No messing around with the off-speed stuff. Here's my fastball. If you can hit it, go for it. 3 fastballs. See you later. Definitely built your confidence out on the mound.
Goldie in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one the other way. And it stays fair.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Aroldis Chapman out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the Red
So the
Sox.
closer summoned from the bullpen,
Number
Liam
31.
Hendricks.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive. He dives, but he can't make the catch. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. And a strike on the outside edge. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. That's hard hit on the line. Durant makes the grab, 1 away. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. It's Aaron Judge now.
the right fielder.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
Next pitch is outside.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
Manny really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Missed with a changeup. Full count, 3-2. Goldie, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, that high four-seam fastball becomes such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Two outs. Hey! So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And misses inside. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Lays out and makes the play.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
Back now at Fenway. And on the hill, Max Fried. How about a scouting report on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Now here is Jarren Duran. And that one misses up and in. Ball one. Swings through the sweeper.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Alex Bregman in the box now. No balls and a strike. One out, base is empty. Next offering is downstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Five foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. That
Ball
misses
two.
the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's
3 balls,
outside.
2 strikes.
Hit in the air out to center field. Bellinger sizing it up. 2 down. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora.
Devers.
Two outs, bases empty. Here now the Red Sox DH, Rafael Devers. And it's fouled away. That one off the mark. 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. On to the second from Fenway Park. No score. And we're back here at Fenway Park. New inning getting started. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Crochet, an all-star a season ago, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. And here it comes. That's down and in.
Ball 1.
Grisham, a guy that understands the strike zone. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swings through that.
That was straight queso right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. He started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. That's in there. That's strike 1. One down, base is empty. That's the third. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 7th, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
2 down, base is empty. Anthony Volpe getting ready to hit. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1.
Late with the swing there.
This guy's not wasting any
2
pitches.
strikes.
Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And they'll do it again. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the catch, inning over. Down in order go the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back inside Fenway Park. We head to the bottom of the second. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas.
Casas.
Max Fried will go to work. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And downstairs, Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
The pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. That one misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold
Batting
zone
fifth,
on the
the
hitting
shortstop,
chart. Just doesn't have
Trevor
much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. And there's a foul ball. And a ground ball to first. Takes it himself. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 6th, the second baseman, Romy.
And next for the Red Sox, Romy Gonzalez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And first offering is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Judge makes the grab, and that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in
Leading off for the
Boston,
Yankees,
here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun. to the right side. Whips it to Casas. One up, one down.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Oswaldo.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So the lineup flips over. Paul Goldschmidt now. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. And it's off the green monster. Throws to second and in there with a double off the wall.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Goldie at second with 2 down. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. It's against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So 2 down, and now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Snap throw to first. Bellinger dives back. And there's a strike. Judge waits. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-2.
Outside low. And the count 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. High fly ball, right field. Abreu on his way over. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Set for the bottom of the third. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu.
Abreu.
Free back to work. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Pretty simple with the pitch sequence right there. Went after him with 3 straight fastballs. But the thing to notice, every one of them was well located, all on the edge of the zone. And in those spots, even if he does put it in play, chances are that it's not going to be hit hard. Great fastball command for the punch out.
Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. First pitch, and he just misses. And that drops in for a strike. That one almost got him.
One strike.
That one ripped. Bellinger makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Batting ninth, the center fielder,
Cedar Rafaela, the next to hit. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Goldie steps on the bag. Red Sox go 1-2-3. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Yankees won, and the Red Sox nothing. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Next offering is outside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Durant puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. Struck out swinging his first time. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, you know, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning game 4 back to Oakland for game 5. And unfortunately, they won game 5 as well.
That was 2003, and the Red Sox would eventually get their hearts broken by Aaron Boone, but end the curse a year later. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Up next for the Yankees,
Austin Wells will hit next. Grounded out his first time.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Yanks held in check, but they lead it 1-0. Back here in Boston, bottom 4, now batting Jaron Durant.
The left fielder.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
And that one missing low.
You know, these Red Sox, see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Bregman, the next to hit, takes outside.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And that's down and away. Durant gets his lead at first, nobody out. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Freed out of the stretch, fires. Runner on the go. Throw, and they got him.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game. So that caught stealing kind of stinks. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And it's another strikeout for Fried. He's been good.
Oh, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Outside command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
So up next, Tristan Casas. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And it hits off the monster. Here comes Bregman around third. He'll score easily.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's Trevor Story. Grounded out his first time. That one's in there. Strike one. Runner at second, 2 down. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Outside, ball 2. Got him swinging. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Red Sox with an RBI double, all even at 1 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Boston, ready now for the 5th inning. And now it's going to be Anthony Volpe. In the air, right field. Abreu under it. 1 down.
The left fielder, number 24,
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Grounded out his first time up. Dominguez goes 5 feet 9 inches, 190 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That's in there.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
And that's a little bit high. And the count even 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Slow to get out of the box, and he's tagged for the out. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. A switch hitter batting right. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Next offering is down low. That one missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And that one off the inside edge. You walked him.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
So the batting order turns over. And up next for New York, Paul Goldschmidt.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Two outs. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Renan Bernardino up and throwing. Winkowski, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. He's got it, and that is that. The Yanks lead 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Fenway, here's the second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
The second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Red Sox just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Now an 0-2 from Free. Just misses with that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Tap foul at the plate. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Cabrera makes the grab on the run. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a good eye there. And Fried gets his second strikeout of the game. Red Sox go down quietly. Still tied 1-1. On the mound now, Renan Bernardino.
Now pitching for the Red Sox,
Bellinger up to hit.
Renan Bernardino.
He was late there, strike 1. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Aroldis Chapman, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Slayton warming up as well. And that one fouled off. And that skips into there. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That one misses. Full count now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time to get him, one away on the strikeout.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Here is Aaron Judge. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
And there's a ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And now he's fallen behind Judge. And that's ripped into left, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the
base,
bat, man. And as he
Jazz
connected out front,
Chisholm
ripped it
Jr.
into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rafaela sizes this one up, makes the grab, 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, The designated hitter, Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Judge leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 hit, 1 left. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. Back here at Fenway Park, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Cedar Rafaela. Freed back to work. And a foul ball. That misses the zone, and 1-1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
Ball, that's in.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
We got full count.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Really good battle right there. And that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Digging in, Jarren Duran. That clips the corner. And now it's even up. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because you put pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third. Gets to it with a slide. Gathers and throws. And very nicely done for the out. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Now pitching.
Aroldis Chapman comes in to take over. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Chapman.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
In the air, left field, Durant. And he makes the catch. And there's one away.
The batter, number 11.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. The shortstop takes the ball. Chapman, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, and occasionally works in a splitter. Close one, doesn't get the call.
2-0.
Now 2-0. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Misses off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Fouled off. He was late. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Almost got him.
2 strikes. Two to count.
Two outs. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that's in the dirt. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Now snap throw to first. Dominguez back on a dive. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2. Outside. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's over the monster and off the billboard. An absolute smash to left. And that gives him a lead. It's 3-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. That's in there. 0-1. Two down, nobody on. Strike two.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing.
Oh, that's a strikeout. And that'll do it for the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back, and it's Rafael Devers in the box. And ball one. Action in the pen down there. Fernando Cruz, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Weaver getting loose as well. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 1-2. That one just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you can see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And that's outside. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Now a chance for Tristan Casas.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
The batter, number 10. Shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Trevor Story. And that misses. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
The tying run at the plate. Turned on, but foul wide of third. And a count 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Romy.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
Fernando
Yankees.
Cruz on a pitch
Number
out of the pen
63.
here.
These are the spots
Fernando
relievers really make a name for
Cruz.
themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Dominguez snags it, and that's the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. And they still trail it here 3-1.
Now pitching for the Red
Welcome
Sox.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the
32.
eighth. Justin Wilson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
There's a swing and a miss. Wilson, a 6'2 southpaw, 205 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2008. 0-1 down. There's the strike, 95 of that one.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Story. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
So a man at first. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Story for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Step off, throw to first. And he just got his hand in there. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And now 1-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Ground ball left side, and it kicks off the base. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
The catcher, number 28, Austin
First
Wells.
and second, 2 outs. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And that misses. And it's 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
On the ground right side. Fair ball. Jazz on his horse coming around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Back-to-back base hits. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Yankees up by 3. Foul ball there. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Gonzalez makes the catch, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 4-1. It's Major League Baseball on the show. On to the bottom of the eighth. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. The Red Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Wells down to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
That's about as nasty of a splinter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Carlos Narvaez, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Outside, that's a ball.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Next pitch misses way outside. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Rafaela stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1. And that's in for a strike. That one almost got him.
2 strikes. We got a full count.
Jarren Duran in the on-deck circle. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Now pitching for
And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen.
Number
Greg
57,
Weisser.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old
Leading
squad.
off for the Yankees,
Now it's the switch hitting
number
outfielder,
24,
Jason Dominguez.
Dominguez.
First pitch just misses. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera.
Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. He's already homered in this game. There's a strike. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Josh Winkowski, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Fitz also getting ready. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. That's a little bit low. And that is out of play. Two outs. Just off the inside edge. Cody Bellinger on deck for the Yankees. Two down, nobody on. Base hit, center field.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And another ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Now batting, right fielder Aaron Judge.
Here's Aaron Judge at the dish. His 2024 season, ridiculous. He became the first player in 20 years to finish with a slugging percentage over 700. Judge rips that one. That's back there. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. A 3-run homer, and they tack on 3. It's 7-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Greg Weisser is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
Josh Winkowski gets the call from the pen.
Number 25.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Two outs, nobody on. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one is inside. That clips the zone, and it's 1-1. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Yankees with a 3-run shot. It's 7-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Leading off.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Hit in the air, left field, one away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. The Red Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9.
2.
And that one missing low. And there's a ball. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Popped up. Volpe. Corrals it. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Rafael.
So the Red Sox down to their final out. Rafael Devers up next for the Red Sox. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. On the ground to Jazz. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees take this one in a blowout.
Well, a 7-out save in this one. It's far from your standard save, but he did what was necessary to help his team get the win. And see a guy pitch like this, it's very inspiring for other guys down in the bullpen.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.